What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with the Horizon Street Scene Seasonal Championship, and we need to pick an S2 class Extreme Track Toy. It's the combi for the Storm Seasonal Championship. And this one is actually very difficult to pick a car for. I haven't decided yet. I don't want to pick this one, although I like it. I'm torn between the F40, the Diablo and the Sesto Elemento, or the Pagani here. I think I want to start off with the F40. I think this might be the first time ever that I switch cars in between and race 3 different cars. So it's the F40 competition, or competizione as it is in Italian. I don't speak Italian, so I don't know if I said that in any way, shape or form and nearly correctly. But we start with the F40 and we'll go from there. Probably the Sesto Elemento in race 2 and the Pagani or the Diablo GTR in the last race. We are going in pretty rough here, which wasn't planned, but it kind of worked out. S2 class, obviously, well, apart from X class, the hardest one to drive because the cars are so quick. Now, what you can do if the speed is a little bit too much for you is only pick a car with a 901 rating, that's also S2 class, and well, the VAI opponents are obviously lowered accordingly. Traffic kind of messing up our line there. Whoa! That was dangerous. But the other cars obviously also have to avoid the traffic, so there is that. It still was pretty rough to avoid that one. Now the AI will struggle mightily through these fast corners, so if we can get pretty well through those, that's good. Once again avoiding the traffic. There you go, now we're onto the highway here. Oh, it was terrible. It actually cost us some time here, the way we drove through that. Avoid that car. And we'll go off the left here, and it pays off to brake a little bit into that. Oh, another car. Well, I'll just take that hit. We have big enough of a lead that we could take that hit, and I didn't want to completely mess it up by swerving away, so to speak. So that would have been bad. It's just if something goes wrong, you might go off the road and just fly off the road and it goes terribly. So I didn't want that to happen. Hey, wheel spin. Didn't want that thing anyway. Totally fine. Anyway, what was I about to say? Yeah, I didn't want to evade the car because that could have caused more damage than the crash did eventually, and we obviously had enough room for the crash, so it wasn't that bad. So which car to pick now? Probably the Sesto Elemento. A lot of people love that car, so let's pick it. I'm not a big fan of the CLK AMG GTR thing. That Benz thing. I don't know. CLK GTR? Something like that. Hey, there is a F50, I think. I think that's the F50 there, ahead of us. So that's the first time I'm actually changing cars here. That's the stock standard Forza edition Sesto Elemento. Uh-oh. Not a big fan of the regular car, and I don't usually use it to race anywhere. But we'll see what we can do with it. It's certainly not the F40, I can tell you that much. Oh, that had a pretty good tune on it. We dart inside there, that puts us into 4th. I hope we can use some of these faster corners out here to make some progress. I think this guy has been holding her up a little bit. I'm not entirely sure BMW has such a great rating. At least for road racing here. Not a big fan of it. I had it very early on, I think it was part of the Ultimate Edition, but just came with it right at the start. Or maybe I just won it early, I don't remember. As we go a little bit off-road. I'm driving it a little bit carefully because if something goes wrong at those speeds, it goes wrong horribly. And obviously the AI difficulty isn't that bad. So we can take the liberty to play it somewhat carefully. Also the car is pretty nimble, so it doesn't really matter. We go into here, and now we finish it. That was a pretty comfortable win. Just don't fall behind too much at the start in the city. And then we have these faster corners to just breeze past them, as always in these championships, really. The fast corners kill the AI. Just need to power through. It's kind of funny that an X5 is second. Pagani, Bugatti, Pagani, Koenigsegg, BMW X5. That's kind of funny. So should we pick the Pagani last? Or maybe not. Maybe the Diablo. I haven't decided yet. The one person watching my video right now is probably thinking, well, I want to see car this and that. And I will pick exactly the opposite. And then the person is sad. The Pagani is pretty widespread, really. Let's pick the Diablo. It's not that commonly seen. It's the car mastery reward for the Diablo SV. Is this Diablo GTR? And obviously it's a classic. How could I not pick it? Let's be honest. Let's go! Not a very big fan of the tune I'm running, but well, for some scenarios I am. Maybe not for this one, but we'll see. Boy! Stop pushing me off the road. Went a little bit wide there. Has to be Aston, so that's fine. Oh, traffic. Wide again. That's not good. Fast corner. Let's go past him. Another fast corner. That's another overtake. I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's go in a straight line. I think it's my drag tune. Oh well, whatever. We will probably win anyway. Even when we're not as fast through these corners as I wish we were. Past. It's kind of annoying. This is actually a good bit now where we could overtake me. Because we should be faster from here. And now we overtake. Sweet. Now we just need to do the old switcheroo there. Well, that overtake cost him a race. Okay. Poor AI, I should say. Now we just need to defend the position. Very carefully for that bend. And a race win. Luckily. So, Diablo GTR worked as well despite my complaining. That's 60 points. 60 points is pretty good, I'd say. God, that was a weird ride. So yeah, use the fast bends, it's as always, and play it a little bit more carefully with the S2 class cars, because we're obviously pretty fast, so try to make sure that goes well, and well, and you shouldn't have too much trouble winning. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.